I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am to have these in my ski shack today. How you doing? Welcome to the shack. I'm Steve from Ski Shack Reviews, and these are the Lenz heated ski socks. So if, like me, you suffer from cold feet on the mountains, you get to lunchtime, your toes are going numb. By the last run of the day, you're going up the chairlift and your toes are so cold, they feel like they're going to snap off. Well, maybe these can put an end to your misery. But I'm going to put it out there right at the start. These don't come cheap. £195 for a pair of socks. But are they worth it? We'll have a look together. I got these here in Norwich, where I'm based. We've got a great ski shop here, Snowfit Revolutions. Really great, helpful, friendly, welcoming staff, very knowledgeable. I got these from there. You can check out their Instagram. I'll tag them onto this video. Their website details are there as well. These, I'm sure, are available in other places. The price point is going to be much the same. The price is set by Lenz itself. So shopping around on this situation may not be the best thing. So what do you get for your £195, and are they any good? This video is going to be in two parts. Part one, we'll look at the box in just a second, what's inside it, have a look at the socks and how they connect to your mobile phone, how you can control the heat from your mobile phone, all that sort of stuff. Part two will be filmed next week, and I'll tell you why. Because I bought these at the weekend. I put them on Saturday. I charged them first of all for a few hours, put them on Saturday evening at home, and my initial reaction was, where's the heat? I was expecting boom, I was expecting like a hot water bottle effect on my feet, and it just doesn't work like that. To be fair, I was sat in my lounge. I had the fire roaring away as well, so it was warm, so not really the best environment to test the socks in. I did go outside onto my patio in the cold just to see if I could feel something, and I did. So, brings me to part two of the video. Next week, a week today, I'm going skiing for a week in Bulgaria to Bansko, so I will of course take the Lenz heated socks with me, and then after a day of skiing from my hotel room next week in Bulgaria, I'll do part two of the video and give you a proper review on how they were having skied in them for a day. All right, so back to part one. Let's have a look inside the box and see what we get for our £195. So if we open up the box, you do get a nice box, if that's any consolation. And there we have all the bits and pieces. So you can see on the camera there a couple of the red lights. So these are your batteries. So two batteries, and on the batteries you've got your different heat settings, so you can control them manually if you want to. There's your second battery, identical. I should just say as well, if you did want to buy replacement socks, you can buy additional socks without having to buy all the wires and batteries and all the gubbins that go with it. You can just buy additional socks. Also in the box, obviously your charging unit, your plug adapters and all that sort of stuff. And you've got plug sockets that fit most countries around the world. And then of course, the important bit of the socks. Let's just pop the batteries and what have you down there for a second. So these are your socks. So to all intents and purposes, if we get these out the bag for a moment, they look like any normal ski sock. So they've got an L and an R for large and regular, in case you have one foot bigger than the other. I'm joking. For left and right, obviously, that's important that you get them on the right foot. As I say, to look at, they're like any other ski sock, padding on the shin, padding around the toes, but when you look a bit closer, they're a bit different. You can just about feel the heating elements that run through the foot and around the ball of your foot, which we'll come to later. And of course, obviously, there's the connections where the batteries will click onto, which we'll look at in just a sec. I'm a size 7, just about a 7, maybe 7.5 with some shoes. These are a 39 to 41, so they're about 5 and a bit to a 7. They're just okay for me. So if you're anything bigger than a 7, you need to go to the next size up, okay? So these are the socks. They are merino wool socks, which on their own are fantastic. They keep you warm just having the merino wool inside, but they're antimicrobial as well. So at the end of the day, they're not going to stink. They're not going to be too bad. They're going to get rid of the bacteria and the smells associated with it. So your batteries, it's fairly simple. We just get a battery out and it just clicks onto your sock. It's fairly obvious how it goes. 1, 2, 3 attachments like that. So that's on your sock, and then what you do is you just roll the top of the sock back over the battery. So this obviously is all outside the top of your boot, so you can just see the red light maybe shining through where the power's on at the moment. So you can't actually lose the battery pack off your sock. Hey presto, you're almost ready to go. But what you do need to do, as I said at the start, is charge the batteries. It takes about 3 to 7 hours depending on how much charge is in them. Whilst it's doing that, get your mobile phone and get the Lenz heated socks app. So what you can do is get the app, it's a free app, and that allows you to control your socks from your phone. So you haven't got to keep bending down and adjusting the settings, do it all on here. So as you'll see when you get the app yourself, you can adjust the socks individually. So left and right can have a different heat. So at the moment, left one's on 5, right one's on 2, just in case your left foot gets colder than your right foot. Or of course, you can just do them together with one heat setting to do both socks simultaneously. Slightly confusing because the socks have 3 heat settings, 1, 2, 3. One is just a long gradual heat across the day. The battery obviously will then last, I think, up to 14 hours. Number 2, a bit more heat. Number 3 obviously gives you a bit more of a boost of heat, but the battery life will then shorten, obviously. However, despite having 3 heat settings, on the app, you get 9. Little confusing and a little unnecessary, but basically heat settings on the app 1, 2 and 3 equate to number 1, 3, 4 and 5, number 2, etc, etc. So you can work that out for yourself. Really simple to connect up. There you go, just to prove that I was testing them outside on the patio. My knees look terrible. That was about freezing point on the patio on Saturday night. So I did start to feel some heat when I did that, but as I say, video 2 next week will give us more proof from the pudding, so to speak. So get them charged up, then you can connect the app. To connect them, it's very simple. You literally follow the instructions on your phone. I am not technically minded at all, so I managed to do it fine, so I'm sure you can too. So really simple, just get the app and away you go. And then you're ready to go skiing. So that's pretty much it for part 1 of the video. Part 2, as I say, will be filmed in Bulgaria next week whilst I've got the socks and I'm using them as they should be, properly inside my ski boots skiing. So thanks for watching part 1 of the video. If you could give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the page, if you could follow the Instagram and also follow Snowfit Revolution's Instagram as well, that would be marvellous. Thanks for watching, and I'll touch base with you from Bulgaria with the socks on next week.